Sweet. So we're here with
You don't remember my name? Go on. Pretend. Go on. Who are you here with?
I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
What do you think of COVID and the impact it's had on our local economy? You know, you see shops shutting down and things are really changing. What do you see and what do you think's happening?
I mean, you can tell that people are struggling. Well, right now we've still got the wage subsidy going, so things are still coming along, but I think as soon as that ends, possibly around the election or something, we're going to see a lot worse. But yeah, I'm noticing gyms shutting down, some local stores just walking around Browns Bay shutting down. So yeah, it's definitely impacting people right now, and it's going to get worse in my opinion.
what's your name?
Yo, my name's Vince. SingleNUT. Hold tight.
What clubs do you usually DJ?
AV, Infinity, Karma. Yeah, those ones recently. I can get you in, bro, as long as you're of age. As long as you're of
VIP access now, baby.
bro, plugged on camera.
You talked about going down other avenues. What have you considered? OnlyFans.
Wow. OnlyFans is on the list, bro. So it's a combination of OnlyFans and you know, whatever I need to do to survive. So I guess you can see the mentality and that.
So you're in high school, right? What do you think the impact is of, you know, the people that you see around in class? Do you think they're quite scared of, you know, what's coming up? Because obviously jobs and everything is changing quite a lot with what's going on with coronavirus and the impact it's having on the world and New Zealand.
Yeah, well, there's a big difference between what people are thinking. Some people are not very worried about it. Some people are very worried about it. But I have noticed that there has been a lot of career path choice, like changes. Even with myself, I quite wanted to get into the outdoor business where you like instruct people and whatnot. But now I've kind of leaned away from that because it's kind of just not a good market at the moment.
In the first lockdown, I lost my job. I was working in the film industry, so all the film industry shut down, like literally everything. And so I was really stressed, like what was going on. But yeah, it's gonna be fine.
So obviously you out of work right now, are you? Oh, sweet. So has that pushed you to kind of consider a different field of work to go into, or are you still trying to get into the film industry?
Yeah, actually I was just applying for everything because, you know, not having a job security is just like kind of stressful because you need to pay rent, you need to pay everything. I was just applying for any kind of role. After the first lockdown, I started working in a bar, so totally different field. Nothing related to what I was doing before, and yeah, so at least it pays the bill.
What do you think of everything that's going on with, you know, coronavirus, the businesses impacted, you know, people losing their jobs? Yeah, what do you think about it?
It's definitely something, like it's crazy to see, especially here where we can see it right in front of our faces, like people that we know have been affected by it, and I'm sure many, many more than that. But at the same time, like knowing everything that we have here and the ability to be able to lock down is so important and such an awesome thing that we have. Like there are so many other countries out there where they're actually rioting against lockdowns because more people are dying from hunger than having a lockdown. And so I think when you hear things like, oh yeah, we're protesting having lockdowns here, it's kind of like, what are we actually fighting for here? And are we actually fighting to get rid of the virus? Or yeah, there's just so many things which go with it. But overall, I'm still grateful at the end of the day.
Where do you think the idea of protesting and being anti-lockdown actually comes from, and do you think it has a place in New Zealand?
I guess I'm probably in a privileged position to say no because I haven't been super negatively affected by it, whereas I can imagine a lot of other people whose livelihoods have been affected by it way more, they'd be way more against it, and I can understand that. But at the end of the day, the amount of people that we know who have died is like, I can't imagine protesting it. Nah.
In 2017, I saw 2 million people died from pneumonia, for this instance. So do you think that there's a bit of an overreaction to coronavirus just because it was a new disease?
So I think so, but it's hard not to overreact when the whole country, when you've got 40,000 people dying here, 40,000 people dying there, it's a lot more publicitized. and the news really blew it out of proportion.
The media definitely took it and then threw it out of proportion, absolutely. But we didn't know any better when this came out of the blue. So I think now we're starting to learn a bit more about it, and we're starting to learn that the media is definitely controlling us in a sense that
100%.
it's blowing it out of proportion. And it's going to get to a point where we're just going to have to live with it. It's going to become like the normal flu that we all get. So
It's not because of how potent and how deadly it is, it's because of how easily it spreads. It's really contagious, and it's only dangerous in the contagious period. So you can overcome it as long as you don't have any underlying health issues. But like, you got to think about all the old people in the community. Like, you chuck that in there, 90% of them might not make it.
Did you guys lock down together to the lockdown? How did you find that? Any trouble?
It's good. It was paid 4 weeks holiday. You know, I was still getting 80% of my pay. My employment was topping me up to try and look after us, because I mean, if I got just the government subsidy, I'd be in a pretty bad way right now. But yeah, it was good fun. My sleeping routine was completely out the gate. Hey, I was going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning and waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So.
same.
Someone's watching this video and they actually want to get a job, because we like to help people out. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Here, look, here we go. Go to this website here. I better clean it. Look at that. There you go.
Good. That is a good timberfloor.nz. If you guys can hear that, he's got jobs going. What kind of jobs are they?
Seriously, I'm looking at guys to train up. Nobody wants to get in the trades because it doesn't pay well. But I tell you what, here's my ute.
Do you pay well though?
Well, minimum wage is $20 an hour, so I got to be more than that. Hey.
Guys, this is an opportunity for real. He's got the domain name timberfloor.nz. You know he's not mucking around, guys. Sure, thank you, man.
Bro, yeah. Hold tight. SingleNUT.
Explosive how I came, rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like a moat surround the castle. Stay afloat, catch a second wind, thin is the air I breathe. Teary-eyed nose running, wipe the snot on my sleeve. I'm calling on the Savior to be all that I need. Please forgive me, my behavior had me lost in light speed. Times like